Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Ric Flair, and let me tell you about it. Limousine riding, jet flying, diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing, jet, whatever you want to say, son of a gun. And let me tell you, 32 years, it ain't going to happen again. We're going to win again next week. Let me tell you, just a great day, a great time to be a Detroit Lions fan. And what do I got to say, JDC? Woo! Taking care of business. Let me tell you, everybody out there in YouTube land, we're talking about it. We're taking the show on the road. Remember what the great one Dan Thornton just said days ago. He predicted the Green Bay Packers would go into Dallas and slap all the Cowboys in the face and head over to San Francisco. He said to you all, he said, get down and preach to us. Woo! The Detroit Lions would end the curse. They would bury the same old Lions. And let me tell you about it, everybody out there. Let me tell you, Tony Schiavone, the Detroit Lions are going to go out next week and host their second home playoff game in 30-some years. And let me just be the one to say it here now. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going down next week after they pull off a win tomorrow. Woo! I can't do this all day. But I'm going to tell you all, it's a great day to be a Detroit Lions fan. And let me tell you, how does everybody feel? Did you feel like it was going to be the same old Lions once again? I know I had some of my moments of, we'll just say pause. But give it credit where credit's due. They had all the doubters. They had everybody in the national media. They had everybody everywhere saying, hey, the Lions weren't going to be able to do it, that the Rams staff are going to come into the house and steal the wedding. You know what? When the game was on the line, I'm going to say this. The Lions offense wasn't great in the second half, but what they did do, that second 9 or whatever it was, the coaching staff said, hey, Goff, go get us a first down. Let's end this thing, and that's exactly what they did. I can't imagine there's a Lions fan anywhere right now that isn't feeling great unless your name is Tom Arnold, a good buddy of mine. He loves the Lions. He loves Stafford more. I should even say he hates Goff enough to have been happy if the Lions would have lost because Stafford would have won. But anyways, besides that, let's just all talk about it. Let's embrace this moment. Let's also say, hey, everything is lining up. If Green Bay can go in and beat, as I predicted, San Francisco in San Francisco next week, I'm going to tell you this. We're going to win next week. And you know what? We're going to have gone from no playoff home games in a gajillion years, no playoff wins in a gajillion years, to all of a sudden, man, the Detroit Lions are going to be steaming into the Super Bowl. And I'm going to say this to you guys all right now. I'm going to need about 20 Mountain Dews tomorrow. Let's get to the comment section and see what you guys got to say. JDC, woo! Robert, taking care of business 100%. Mr. Nico, let's go. Moonscar, woo! Trumps, woo! Steve, woo! Trey, let's friggin' go. Lions, are we alive for another week? You know what? We're now in the Elite 8. There are 8 teams left. I'm going to tell you, I really do believe. I think next week's game is going to be a blowout win by the Lions. I think now that you got some of the nerves out of the way, I think, hey, you know what? We've all got a reason to watch that late game tomorrow night. And who would have thunk it? You know, Stafford coming to the house, they're moving the ball left and right. Everybody talked about how trash the defense was, and I'm going to admit, the secondary wasn't great, especially in the first half. But let's also give credit where credit is ultimately due. Aaron Glenn, this defense, you know what? They forced the Rams into field goals, not touchdowns, and that's why we're all having this, woo, Ric Flair moment here right now. All right, Robert, can't wait for our next game. Yeah, you know what? And I wonder where they're going to put us. There's no way they could put us on Saturday because that would just be the biggest slap in the face to either Philadelphia or Tampa Bay, whoever wins that game. Because you know what? You play on Monday, there's no way you're going to tell that team they got to turn around and now play on Saturday. But if they do, man, I like our chances even more. Don Kong Super Bowl or bust 1,000%. Man, does that break? Woo! Joseph, woo! Holy shirts, Robert. Yes, indeed, man. I was trying to be as calm and quiet as I could throughout the game because I was just sitting there and analyzing this or that. I will say this for the Rams, and I was really surprised that the Lions defensive coordinators didn't pick up on this sooner. Every time they put either Cup or Nakua in motion. They did it for a specific reason. If you go back and watch the replays, you'll see it. It became real evident, I should say, by the second half. Every time they did, they were forcing a cornerback to go off them and forcing a safety to come down on the other side and pick them up. I'll say this, Kirby Joseph, I thought was put in a bad spot over and over and over again with that. No discredit to this guy, but I just don't think he's that kind of coverage person that can cover a Cup or a Nakua. But you know what? It don't matter. We'll worry about that in the morning show. We'll analyze things. Dominic, let's go Lions, 100%. Jake R, can't believe it. Yeah, can you? I mean, we all had to be feeling the same way, right? Don Kong, freaking Super Bowl or bust. Gosh dang it, absolutely. To leave, who do y'all want, the Bucks or Eagles? I'm taking the Bucks. Bring them on over. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's when I put out my prediction at the start of the week or whatever it was when I said, hey, Lions are going to be against Green Bay in the NFC Championship. I did not pick the Green Bay Packers to win by as much as they ultimately were winning by. I thought they would win by 9. They'll take it, I'm sure. I had the Lions winning by 10. We'll take a 1-point win. But I do still think they're going into San Francisco and getting a win, and then we're hosting a game to get into the NFC Championship. That's right. Let this sink in when I say it. When we win next week and the Green Bay Packers beat San Francisco in San Francisco, the Detroit Lions are hosting the NFC Championship game. Let that sink in. Banksky, woo! Great Lakes. I'm in tears. You know what? I had a moment. I'm not going to lie. I would be lying to you if I said otherwise. I had a moment when that final knee down went where, man, I might have got a little misty eye. Brother Ken, Rick promised me when the Lions win the NFC, you'll do the Ric Flair walk. I will do it. I will wear a suit. I will get some gaiters on my feet. And you know what? I'll do the whole shebang-a-bang. You can't hate me now. Woo! Dang right. Trumps, are you Dusty Rhodes now? You know what? Somebody said in a message when I did it briefly last week, they said you look more like Dee Snider. And I was like, you know what? That's actually not bad. I probably do look like Dee Snider. James, yes, 100%. Moonscar, 1,000 gets you in. Yeah, well, you know, we'll see what happens. Papa Bear, yes, about time. Yeah, third since 91. And I'm old enough to be able to say it. I can remember watching that first game because I would have been, gosh, I don't know, about 20, 19, something like that, maybe 21 at the time. And I'll say this. It's been too long since the last one, and now I must say this. Same thing I would say to any team I'm coaching. Now that you got one, it's time to get damn greedy. It's time to dig in even more. It's time to find a way to repeat this next week. Go get it. Great Lakes, I thought you were done. Never going to be done. I thought we were done. I got you. Sorry, man. No, hey, we found a way to make it win. Just win, baby. Jake, there you go. Day, Super Bowl bust. Well, the Lions just busted out, so all that's left is the Super Bowl, 100%, 1,000%, 100,000% even. Trump's a genius. Heart attack game, you ain't wrong. But would it be any other way if it wasn't like that for a Lions fan? Phil, woo! I'm sorry, I got to clear my throat there real quick. Motown from Ford Field, Lions, baby. No voice or ear drums, but we are moving on. And you know what? Let us know if you're around in the morning show, Mitch, how it was. Talk about it, man. I'm sure you can barely hear or anything right now, but I hope you enjoyed it, man, because that had to be totally fun being there. Robert G, yes, it is, but great to be a Lions fan, 100%. Moonscar, Monkey off our back, man. Monkey got off the back, sent somewhere, put on a bus, and shipped out of town, man. That thing is gone. Phil, diapers changed, 100%. Dr. Troy, hell yes. Hex yes. All right, Erwin, what do you got? Lions win first postseason game at Ford Field, 100%. You know, we can honestly say this. We have never lost a playoff game at Ford Field. So take that into next week. Drux, you the man there. Listen to you every morning. Hey, well, I'm glad you're here now, and I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'll have to try to come up with a better Ric Flair skit for next week. Silver Surfer, you know what? I still can't believe it. You know, when this show's over, I'm going to have to probably sit and marinate for a bit what I just saw. So, man, it's a great day to be a Lions fan. Southwest AG's defense was the difference. You're not wrong, Southwest. You are not wrong at all. They held the Rams to field goals in the red zone. And you know what? That dude's taking a ton of flack from everybody around national media, whatever, forever. But we can all say this as Lions fans. he might not have a ton to work with in that secondary, but he has found a way now for about 6 straight weeks to put a lot of pressure and do just enough to get some big wins. Great Lakes, I'm just so happy. Yeah, me too. Everybody in this chat, I'm pretty sure, man. Mountain Dew for everybody right now. Jake, that was so stressful. It was, but doesn't it make it feel that much better? Michael, our defense sucks. It may be, but you know what? It sucked enough to get us the win here today. Robert G, $5. Hey, 2 dues for me. Thank you very much for that, Robert. I will enjoy those 1,000%. There's a lot of my jobs are not going to be happening tomorrow because of the weather and coaching stuff. So yeah, I will enjoy a few victory Mountain Dews, and thank you so much for that. Taylor, a stunned Lion. I'll take that, Taylor. John, the Lions win 100%. Yeah, and John, I hope you're having a good one too, man. Southwest Dan, you were right about the Packers. Damn, they look like a Super Bowl team. Yeah, I thought with the more you saw them about the middle of the season, what they were able to do with their pressure up front, specifically in the middle of a defensive line, I was like, man, they're a matchup problem for especially the Cowboys and their offensive line. And when we face them in the NFC Championship, I'm going to tell you this, we're going to have to account for that. If not, we're going to have the same struggles that we did on Thanksgiving Day. But we'll deal with that then. Right, oh my God, we did it. We did, man. We did. Phil, you add an extra 0, Dan. You know what? It's all right. It's all right. I'll do that sometimes. All right, Lincoln, I got to change my wear, but woo! You ain't the only one, man. Michael, woo! That's a big one, 100%. What? Just a massive win. You know what? All the hoopla, all the national media, Stafford coming to town, all that stuff. You know what? Just win, baby, and that's what we did. That day I was nervous as the last thing I wanted to see was Stafford with a chance to win or tie. Yeah, we all probably had that going through our heads, right? Clutch play on the last Lions drive. Yeah, that money throw, I mean, let's be fair to Goff. He wasn't great tonight. He started off incredibly strong. But you know what? Like so many other times in his stints here in Detroit, you know, when the game's on the line, they tell him to go get us the win, go throw for that first down, and he came through again. So take that, under consideration too. Detroit D, we have another home game next week, and I'm going to tell you this, when we win that one and Green Bay wins next week, we will be hosting the NFC Championship. Garden Amara, amazing. Let's go, 1,000%. Great Lakes State guy. Our defense only allowed 23 points against the hottest offense in the league. They stepped up when it counted in the red zone. You're not wrong, man. Holding that team to field goals instead of touchdowns, you couldn't ask for more than that. Get your dude in, fishing dude. I'm gonna. Hey, let me tell you, I'm gonna sit there at the Circle K after tomorrow morning's show, and I'm gonna tell Bobby, just give me another one. Just give me another one. I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna sit here for a while and let it all sink in. Trump, horse stuff call on that offsides. It was, but you know what? In the past, that would have cost us the game. But you know what? Today, it's not a problem. We won't even remember it come tomorrow. Trump, yes, you aren't wrong. That's a good way to put it. Motown, sign Goff to that contract. You might need to. Abu, woo! Walt, wow, what a win, 1,000%. Detroit D, heck yeah, defense stood tall when they had to. They did. You know what? And Hutchinson, like we've talked about, it seems like forever on Lions Talk Live. He looked worn down. He looked tired. But then about 2 months ago, they took his snap count down significantly, and that dude's been on a tear ever since. Church dude, I'm so excited and happy for all of them guys. They worked their tails off this year. They did. You know what? In the same old Lions, that thing is dead at this point. You've done stuff nobody's seen in this parts since the 1950s. Really, the only thing left to do since 57 is go win the world championship, and that is the Super Bowl. Garrett, great to be a Lions fan, 1,000%. Boo, built that statue tomorrow. Get it up there. Joe, what do you got? One of the happiest nights of my 45 years. Well, hopefully there's another one coming next week. Mark, never thought I'd say this. Thank you. Good Lord. Jason, this season has been a success, even if we don't make the Super Bowl. Yeah, and that will be the other thing. Whenever it comes to an end, I'm going to say this. I don't think any Lions fan out there, I'm sure there'll be some, but I'm sure most of us will say, hey, this has been just an absolute home run of a season. Black Lion, to the doubters, yeah, skip you, I agree. Ed, we did it, 1,000%. Big T, one pride, defend the den. Detroit D, we ready. Southwest AG is making chicken salad out of a chicken bleep with that secondary. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Robert G. totally agree. Coach Dan, hey, good for thanks for that, and hopefully having a great one, Robert. Detroit, let's freaking go. 100% paper bag fan. Ultimate bend, but don't break you. That's a good way to put it. Boo, red zone defense won the game. I don't think anybody can discredit that. And you know what? Sean McVay is going to be rolling over in whatever he rolls in on the way home. Great Lakes guy, exactly. I'll take field goals all day over touchdowns. Yeah, and that's why we're here right now celebrating. Lone Wolf Lions win. Let's go Lions. Gardner Revolution. It's cold in the D, baby. Back to L.A., Matt. Yeah, and no disrespect for him, but you know what? He's not a Lion. You can wish him all well now. The game's over, and thank you for not scoring touchdowns, Matt. Phil, hosting another game. Woo! Yeah, next week, and I wonder what time slot we'll get. Big T, next game will be home. Yes, agreed. And you know what? Even if they put it on Sunday night in Tampa Bay or Philly, they're going to have one less day to prepare for us. If for some reason they really job them and give them Saturday night, man, I feel bad for those dudes, but I'll feel bad for them when they're leaving Ford Field with a loss. All right, Walt, I'm too old for this. Woo! Yeah, I joined the group, man. You don't see many like this, but we got to win. We take it. Jason, us shutting the run game down won it for us 1,000% because they needed that so much. They had Stafford throwing more than they wanted to. Stafford took some shots. He made some plays. We all knew he was going to, but at the end of the day, the defense made just enough plays for us to pull out the win. Mark, holy stuff. Yes, agreed. Mr. Williams, let's go. Exactly. Boo, Alex, for game MVP. There could be a case for that, 100%. Black Lion, this was Detroit versus everybody, 100%. Wilson, yeah. Wilson, I don't even know what time it is where you are, but I'm going to guess it's actually probably not that bad, probably like 7:20 p.m. So hopefully you're having a good one, man, and good to see you in the chat as always, man. Kate, defense stepped up when the offense shut down. Great game. Hey, symbiotic relationship with Kate the Great. You are correct. The defense, man, they came through and they did enough to make sure that we could win this game. Chow, let's freaking go 100%. Badass. Let's go Lions. We freaking did it. We sent trash Stafford to and the Rams home. Woo! Yeah, sorry, man. You are correct. We sent him home. Kevin, instant classic. Yeah. Hopefully next time that's not so stressful, right? Robert, no sleep in Motown tonight. No, Motown's going to party, and it's going to be like that probably today and tomorrow. All right, Wilson, hate nail biters, but I called one. You did, man. You did a great job with it, man. T-shirt, greetings and salutations, coach and Duke crew. Back at you. Garner, offensive line MVP. There's a whole lot of truth to that. Detroit D, can't wait. We are going to only get better. I think, yeah, now that you get some of the nerves out of the way, some of the adrenaline, now you can really move forward. And you know what? All eyes are on Monday night if you're a Detroit Lions fan. Boo, never in doubt. Never at all. Never at all. Instant classic. You are correct, Kevin. Phil, Micro Mike is crying. I bet he is, man. That had to be a heck of a game to call, and I know he does a great job calling it. Archon, when he got literally in tears, didn't think I'd ever witness this day, and now it's here. I'm glad you're having some tears of joy. Polar Bear, Coach Dan, we got a second home game. I had a tweet get 26K views. That was a good sign. Woo! Well, congrats to you, man, and that's awesome, man. That's a ton of views on that tweet. T-shirt, tell me about the Stafford got storyline, some more NBC and NFL. Let's go, McVay. Yeah, see you later, McVay. See you later, Stafford. Hey, great time for him to be a Detroit Lion for 12 years. Give him his props for that. But you know what? He's in the past now. Wish him well, just not when he plays the Lions. All right, Great Lakes. The Pupa Nakua is a tough tackle. Day. Yeah, he is, man. He's a matchup problem. Even our defense lineman could have tackled him. Give him some props. That kid's a player. Detroit D, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Lions by 10, that's what I called, Phil. Yes. But, hey, we'll take the 1-point win. Great Lakes, I don't want to play the Packers. You know, we won't face them to the NFC Championship, and that is what I called at the start of the playoffs. Boo, Bucks or Eagles, I don't care. I'll go with that. T-Share, that missed call on Decker upset me so much, Coach. I'm so happy now. But, I think a lot of people were pretty livid about that. You know what? Hey, it didn't come back to bite us. Phil, Lions at home, they are next week. Correct. All right, Tony, walk us through that last catch. I'm around. I mean, I'm always open. That kid, he's a monster, and he's got to get a new contract this year. LA salty, as they should be, but you know what? That's what happens. He came in here thinking you were going to slap us in the face, put up a great game, but you know what? He came up 1 point short, so you're out of here. Silver Surfer, man, that cold you had seemed to be gone. Let's hope they can complete some deep passes to JMO. I was suffering looking at Nuka breaking records. Clap to Monty. Hope Gibbs shines a bit more. Hey, give the Rams some credit, man. They did some good stuff to shut down our offense, especially the run game in the second half. I would also say, and I'll talk about it tomorrow's morning show, is some of that needs to be alerting opportunity for Ben Johnson. Boo, wow, another home playoff game? Yeah, who saw that coming, right? Scott, woo! Joseph, my second playoff win watching this team. Yeah, mine too, man, and I am not nearly old enough to see one before that back in the 50s. Kevin, I cried too. A lot of us did, man. A lot of us did. Wilson, first playoff win since I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, and I was, God, I don't remember. I was somewhere in college. I know that. Jason, are you kidding me? Not at all, man. We pulled it off. Jake, Lions win a playoff game before. Yeah, I got to go. All right. Instant classic. Day, okay, it's obviously unimportant now, but how ridiculous was that false start called against Deckard? Yeah, on fourth down. Yeah, I'm sure the referees will see that they made a bit of an error on that. Detroit D, I cried before the game and after. I love this team. 100%, man, and we're all feeling that same way right now. Great Lakes, oh, yeah, brother. Jason, I almost cried. I'm saving that for when we win the Super Bowl, but let me tell you, that's coming sooner versus later, I think. Gary, woohoo! All right, fair enough, man. Tony, I stopped crying after the first drive. I was good after that. Fair enough, Tony. I'll take that, man. All right, Kevin, my heavenly child is loving this. Well, hopefully so. I gotta imagine. I gotta imagine my oldest brother, my dad, and everybody. They're looking down and smiling on this one. Southwest, I think they're going to be on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, there's a strong possibility of that. Jason, $10, another home game. Thanks for that very much. You know what? I might even get a hot dog tomorrow or two with that. Thank you very much, Jason, for that. Day, yeah, I would prefer the Bucs, especially since we beat them pretty decisively at the house early in the season. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm thinking that's probably who we will end up getting. We'll see, though. Answer 14, what a feeling. Woo! 100%. Trey, that game-winning catch was the same play that St. Brown caught for us, the Lions, when their first win 2 years ago. Agreed on that. I think you are correct on that, Trey, 100%. Robert G., that's all that counts. Just win. Yes, it doesn't matter how you do it. Just survive in advance. Playoffs, look, win ugly, win pretty. Doesn't matter. Just win. Trump, if we could figure out how to play cornerback, we would be unstoppable. And there's a lot of truth to that. Phil, you're going to need it and do IV. That it might be a big realm of truth right there. But I'm going to wait for the morning to have the do. The victory do will be in the morning. Charles X, I don't know about y'all, but I prayed to Lord Jesus Christ, and he answered my prayers. You know what? A lot of people did a lot of things tonight. I'm going to say this. There's a whole lot of people that believe right now. Day, you also got a bronze up your face to pull off the Ric Flair. Probably a whole lot of truth to that. Keith, I always had faith and believed that the Lions and never gave up on them, so I knew they were going to win against the Rams. I like the way you're feeling. Gary, FES, correct. Club 80, congrats. It is so cold in the day, but it's hot downtown. You are not wrong. There are a whole lot of people out there enjoying it right now. Robert, defense was impressive. Agreed. Banksy, break Dan's voice with woo! That's all right tonight, man. Mile Marker doing the I'm around happy dance and crying. Heck yes. Marcus, congrats, my fellow Lions fans. Congrats to you and everybody watching it right now. All right, Great Lakes, I need a drink. You're not alone, man. You're not alone. Bergs, what an atmosphere. So glad I went. Bergs, you're going to have to message me, man, and let me know how you enjoyed it. But I know you went, man, and I'm happy for you because it had to be a great time watching that win happen. Dave, that was me. I said Dan looked more like D. Snyder. It was you, Dave, than Ric Flair. No disrespect to that. None taken, man. It was merely an observation. Yeah, well, hey, maybe now I can have D. Snyder and Ric Flair come on at the same time. All right, Keito, Brad, better pay St. Brown the bag. Yeah, I got to imagine they're going to have a conversation about that, aren't they? Smoke in, what do you got? Heck yeah. boys, with the Cowboys losing today, we get the next home playoff game. We're going to win that one for sure. It's almost poetic justice. We got ripped. We had the number 2 seed ripped away from us. You know what? The Packers came out and said, we got you, Detroit. We'll get it back for you. Motown Mitch, Dr. D, where are you at, bro? Need to hook up. Bergs, let's go, baby. 100%. Jason, they should have gone for it on 4th down. Thank you, McVay. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't, to be fair, but they had faith in their D. That faith was not rewarded. Walt, get rid of same old Lions, 1,000%. Miles Marcus Bergs, how great. Yeah, and congrats, Bergs. I know you and a bunch of people, contact me and talk to me about going to the game. And you know what? Just so happy for all you guys that you got to go out there and do that. Max, offense sucked in the second half. I was disappointed. It was, but you know what? I'll get on that in the morning show. Gary, Eagles, Bucks, come on down. Somebody's got to come. 2 men enter the ring tomorrow. 1 man leaves. 1 team leaves, I should say. Southwest, I won this game for Goff, maybe even more than I wanted for myself. I'm so happy for him. And you know what? You've got to be, right? You've got to be. Wilson, I don't see the Pack beating the Niners, but they did. Oh my God, the NFC Championship in Detroit. Woo! Yeah, and I'm sticking to my prediction because right now I'm batting 1,000 as far as the NFC playoff predictions. So let's see if that continues next week. Berg's insane was the best ever here. I bet it was, man. Journey, play of the game is Ford Field tackling Stafford for a loss and that last stop. Woo! Yeah, how about that? He tripped up and man. Easy sack for Hutch, but I did see he set a Lions team record with 2 sacks in a playoff game. That I'm surprised that's never happened before, but kudos to Hutch. All right, Club, the offense is just too good, though. Yeah, and you know what? Their offense came in with a lot of praise. You know what? We held them to field goals, and that was the difference in the game. All right, just so thrilled, 1,000%. Hands up, claps. I agreed, J-Dog. Bergs, Max, stop. They won its playoffs. They did. All right. Anthony, freaking amazing. Sorry, coach. Oh, you're all right, man. Fire away. I can do editing as we go. Michael, howdy, Dan. I mean, Rick, love, and the Lions faithful. Great win for the Lions, 100%. Curtis, hey, Dan, from my cruise. Hey, we all need to live the life of Kurt Steele where you just get to hang out, going around the planet on big boats and have everybody bring you champagne and caviar, whatever. Now, that is some Ric Flair life you're living there, Steele. Michael, next game Sunday at 2. Did they announce that? Okay, I can't tell why I'm on the air, but that's I'll take that because you know what? Whoever we're going to face, they're going to have less time to prepare for us. Not a huge difference, but I'll take any advantage I can get. Southwest Lions game is going to be on NBC next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll take it. And I will make sure I ain't doing nothing that day other than broadcasting, hanging out with you guys. Motown Mitch, I'm not leaving, making them throw me out. Stay there until they kick you out, man. Growing up Detroit, epic. It was, man. Max, I know what happened to the offense in the second half. We'll dive in that in the morning show. Phil, $4.99 tip for Bobby. I will give Bobby that entire $4.99 tip. I will do that for you, man. Club Packers, yeah, exactly. Michael meant our secondary side. Yeah, I knew what you meant, man. And yeah, they got something to work on. We'll see what shakes out. Club Detroit, San Fran, NFC showdown. We'll see what happens. I'm picking. You guys already know it at this point. I got Green Bay versus Detroit in the championship game. Could be San Fran versus Detroit, but I'm sticking with my pick for now. Bobby, Super Bowl, here we come. I like it. Robert, okay, Dan, how many Mountain Dews have you drank, right? Not enough, man. Not enough. You can never have enough Mountain Dew, in my humble opinion. Todd, Sunday, 2 p.m. Derwin, let's go Lions, 1,000%. Club, bring on Eagles or Bucks. All right. Robert, what did I say? What did you say? Club, rigged. All right. I'll take it. I'll take all the rigging they can do. Hopefully they rig us into the Super Bowl and then into in 2 straight Super Bowls. I don't know. Silent, let's go. 100%. Smoke end. Detroit versus everybody. Once again, nobody believed in us. Here we are. I agree. Did Max have to beat Philly? We'll see who comes out of that one. But whoever it is, we're playing them in our place. I'm going to take that. Derwin, Super Bowl. I will take that, man. Gary, born when the Lions were last champs, 1957. All right. You got a couple on me, but not many. Growing up Detroit, Goff got the job done. He did. Easy. I would have got 2 more banners to hang. You are not wrong there. JDC Stafford did give Ford Field Roof an interesting view from his back. He had a few of them there today. Kudos to the Lions defense for causing that. All right, BT, St. Brown, and Anzalone balled out tonight. They did. They, even after they did the first kneel down, the final dregs of the same old Lions didn't get purged until they successfully executed the third kneel down. I was still like, yeah, we'll see. Same old Lions officially gone. Michael, $1.99, thank you for that. Now, you know what? I'll thank you very much for that. Club, that's a great, though. We could possibly host the NFC Championship game. Wishful, though. I'll take all the wishful I'll get. All right, guys, it's been 30 minutes. I got to rest the voice. As you guys probably know, the morning show for Lions Talk Live is 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel on free to go get a little bit of rest. And if you guys want to come in and celebrate a little further and start talking about next week's potential matchups, come on up in the morning. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that push to get to 5,700 subs by next week's divisional game. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. Enjoy your day. Go celebrate. Watch some replays, highlights, whatever this game. Let it sit in all night. If you don't have to work in the morning, then you know what? Keep watching this throughout the night because you know what? It's been 30-plus years since it's happened. I was wondering if I would ever see another actual Lions playoff win instead of just having to watch the John Madden, Pat Summerall replays of that Dallas game. But you know what? It's a great time to be a Lions fan. It's a great time to be out here with you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the morning on the next Lions Talk Live. Woo!